I mean, the last time I made love to my wife, it was ridiculous. Nothing was happening. I looked at her, I said, what's the matter? Can't you think of anyone either?
Johnny Carson usually kept The Tonight Show suitable for most viewers, but these hilarious jokes crossed the line entirely.
You went to Temple, didn't you? Where'd you go?
Catholic University.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bless you. To the Jewish people, that means take the other highway. Anyway,
These are dirty jokes that made Johnny Carson lose it. Walter Matthau, the toilet joke.
I do wonderful number one, like torrential rains in Pango Pango, like the Mississippi River. He says, that's at 7:30 every morning. And 7:35 in the morning, I have a wonderful number two. He says, like Mount St. Helens. He says, is erupting. That's at 7:35 in the morning. So the other guy says, so what are you complaining about? He says, well, I don't get out of bed till 9.
Matthau drops a bathroom punchline so suddenly and casually that Carson's laugh arrives before he can do anything to stop it. Rodney Dangerfield's wife complains.
I tell you, I can't relax, you know? The other night I was in a place I felt like having a few drinks. Someone ordered a bartender, I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. Tell you the truth, and my wife and I, we never have sex. Now, we get undressed, we can't stop laughing, you know? But I'll tell you one thing, when my wife does have sex, she screams. Ooh, especially when I walk in on her. Ooh. I got no sex life. 10 years ago, my wife put me on hold.
Rodney fires off adult one-liners about his wife so relentlessly that Johnny barely survives the first 10 seconds before completely losing the interview. Jonathan Winters' devil in my pants joke.
I was a kid, again, I had a lot of chores. Plus, the fact that I remember Sunday school, I was asked constantly, stop thinking about it. I've always said, you know, God is in my mind and the devil's in my pants.
Winters throws one deranged phrase into the middle of the conversation that makes Carson react like the whole show has slipped sideways off a cliff. Buddy Hackett getting censored live.
And then that's the only thing they ever try to, the smarter turkeys try to teach their fledglings, or turklets.
Turklets.
That's the only thing they ever teach them, is how to throw up after a rain.
I didn't know that.
But
so you think that's why turkey
it works a lot
becomes
better if you hit it with a tennis racket. I'm sorry, Fred,
Yes, well.
but I figure you'd let me get one in for the house.
Okay, one for the house. You got your one in, that's
All right,
it.
I ain't gonna say.
That's your limit. That's your limit. This is Thanksgiving.
No more.
Buddy crosses the broadcast line so cleanly that the network bleep only makes the original joke sound significantly dirtier than it already was. Carson's is pastel underwear joke.
Should be a fun show tonight. Joan is here, and Philip Michael Thomas from Miami Vice. You got me in the mood. I'm wearing pastel underwear tonight. Very nice.
Thank you.
You ever wear the Miami Vice look or anything like that?
This is not it?
Look, if it weren't for Static Cling, that suit wouldn't have any fit at all. I mean, no, that's...
Johnny puts a specific private clothing detail into the middle of a live monologue and makes 30 million people picture it at exactly the same time. Rodney Dangerfield's endless adult one-liners.
Entitled push-ups can be exciting.
I think I read that one.
You read that one?
Read that one. He got 6 months for that, didn't he?
Got 6 months for
Yes.
that one, yes.
Well, you should
but
be...
I'll tell you, Johnny,
Yeah,
you
do tell
take
me.
care of your spark plugs and points, you'll never have trouble with your car. Never, right? You know that.
How are your points?
Plugs and points are the whole thing. My plugs are okay, I have trouble with my points.
I've heard that.
Yeah. But spark plugs are very, it's hard to get good spark plugs today.
I didn't know
it's
that.
hard.
Really?
Well, you know what they say about spark plugs.
What do they say?
You turn them upside down, they all look
Look
alike.
like, sure they do.
Rodney turns relentless self-pity into a rapid-fire joke machine that makes Carson laugh so hard he completely loses track of the interview structure around him. Rickles goes too far with Johnny.
Okay, I like children. Big deal.
But, John, it's a lot of years. I haven't been
We've known
with you
each
in a
other
long time.
over 20 years.
And
you
when
haven't
we
been
first
on
met...
this show for, well, it's been, a couple of years?
2. How about 2, John?
2 years.
Yeah, you've been tied up calling up Andy Williams. And Andy Williams, the last time I saw him was at a New Year's Eve party going, Happy New Year. I have nothing against Andy except his voice. But, he's a great singer. This crowd didn't exactly turn on me on that.
No.
But, that's good, Ed, the way you jumped in with, no.
You...
Now, how you doing, Snooky? I spoke to the people in Watts. You're the man with the blade.
The audience settles into the nervous energy that comes from not knowing who Rickles will target next, while Don makes every rude line feel like it slipped out naturally. Johnny's male lover underwear joke.
But they had an article, according to the survey, that a woman could tell how great a lover a man was by the labels on his underwear. Now, this is a women's magazine. They said, for example, if a man has a Pierre Cardin label, supposed to be a great lover. How would they know that? They said, fruit of the loom, maybe not so good. And I would guess you got to stay from any guy who's got a label on his jockey shorts that says, contents may cause drowsiness. I suppose that...
Johnny makes himself the source of the inappropriate joke by turning a harmless observational premise into a full bit about judging a man's romantic ability through his underwear label, which shifts the energy of the monologue in a direction nobody in the studio was remotely prepared for. Tommy Newsom's designer underwear line.
Another one about underwear. What is going on? Oh, this was not about me, though. But does Tommy wear designer underwear? I don't... You don't, Tom, do you?
I make my own design.
Actually, the label on Tommy's shorts say something like, contents may cause drowsiness.
This joke, coming from the quietest and most formally composed person on the entire Tonight Show stage, makes it feel like discovering something unexpected inside the most professionally reliable and completely predictable human being in the building. Johnny sets him up with what sounds like a completely throwaway question, fully expecting the kind of measured and carefully harmless Tommy Newsom answer that had made him the perfect straight man for years. Then Tommy turns it into a line that feels significantly dirtier than his calm face and steady voice have any business suggesting on a nationally broadcast program, are the kind of left-field visual catastrophe that can break Johnny Carson before the interview even technically starts, since no script prepared for the possibility, and no comedy with complete and total seriousness. As if nothing unusual is happening below the jacket, with the specific expression of a man who has concluded that the missing pants are simply not relevant to the conversation they're about to have, and he has no particular interest in revisiting the face in the exact sequence it always followed when something genuinely unprecedented happened on his own stage, as the studio audience locks onto the same ridiculous detail simultaneously, and the laughter starts building from the front rows backward before Johnny has formed a single complete sentence in response to what he's looking at. Eddie Murphy's out-of-pocket stand-up.
I've been in, this is nice, California. I've been out in here for about 3 days. If anybody see me walking around, I have to explain. I had the same suit on for 3 days because I like this suit. I bought it from the catalog, and I enjoy it. You ever see those guys modeling clothes in catalog? Ever see those guys doing the same thing in their suit? Every time I put on the suit, I gotta go like this. I was just outside, standing in the front going. You know?
Eddie Murphy's underwear routine brings a younger and fundamentally more aggressive kind of energy to the Carson stage than any of the jokes that preceded it, since Eddie isn't working in suggestion or careful implication, but driving directly into the subject with the complete confidence of a 23-year-old performer who has absolutely nothing to apologize for, and nobody in the building with the authority or inclination to slow him down.
Anybody ever see those guys that model their underwear in these books? And they smile while they're doing it, they stand out there going. Did you notice these guys never have no bulge? You ever check that out? And they're standing there in front of millions of people, smiling. First of all, If I didn't have no bulge, I would not be modeling no underwear. Okay? And second of all, I damn sure wouldn't be smiling.
The premise starts simply enough before Eddie turns men's underwear into a full sustained comedy target that gets more specific and more outrageous with every new beat, building forward momentum in a way that established Carson guests rarely attempted, with quite the same aggressive velocity or the same degree of total commitment to following the material wherever it needed to go without looking back. Johnny's reaction works precisely because he's watching a genuinely new comic take something completely ordinary and make it feel legitimately risky within 30 seconds of starting, which is a specific trick that requires both the confidence to commit fully and the rhythm to land each escalation before the room has fully processed the previous one. Joan Rivers jokes about her body.
Some of your first jokes that you thought that were dynamite and went out and just went...
Oh, terrible. Do you remember your first set?
Some of them, yeah, and you just go, ooh, yeah.
I was doing a thing about, my mother has two of us, I wasn't married. My mother has two of us at home that weren't, as the expression goes, moving. And the audience would go like, that was what the audience would go like. Uh-huh. Oh, terrible joke that you had the guts to say.
Yeah. Do you remember, did you have fond memories of the early times in the career? Or
I do now.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Yeah.
Joan takes a body topic that most Carson guests would quietly and professionally sidestep and morphs it into a full comedy weapon the moment Johnny gives her enough room to breathe, which typically took about 4 seconds before she had completely redirected the interview toward territory the producers probably wished they had discussed before the cameras started and the audience was watching. She talks with that specific fearless bluntness that made every Rivers appearance on The Tonight Show feel genuinely dangerous for everyone in the room, saying the most embarrassing possible things about herself before anyone else has the chance to use them as ammunition, which strips away any possible awkwardness by converting the potential target directly into the weapon with a speed and precision that only Joan could manage.
You know, I mean, we were all down the village together. Bill Cosby was there, and Richard Pryor was there, and Barbara Streisand. It was all in the book. You know?
Yeah.
And we were all stumbling all over each other, and that was exciting then.
Right.
But am I glad it's over with? I mean, you know, you can eat ketchup soup for a little bit. And then that's it, you know, and I had no boobs that time, you know, I looked terrible. Yeah.
You mean these have changed since 65? I mean, I know the dresses. I mean, has there been new additions to your person that...
Well, what I did, I put in what I had in 65. There's a lot of rubber in me tonight. I had some boobs. I had so much rubber in me, they erased what I had.
Carson laughs at the honesty as much as the actual lines, and there's a very specific kind of delight in his expression when Joan pushes past the polite interview format and into something that feels much closer to a comedy club set happening by accident in the middle of a nationally broadcast program that NBC had not specifically budgeted for.
Except, you know something? With age comes wisdom.
Yes.
You don't need big boobs to be feminine. Look at Liberace.
That's so true. So true. So true.
For that matter, Katharine Hepburn and her brother Audrey.
That's right. I've done very well.
The audience can feel the conversation sliding out of normal late-night territory in real time, and that specific sensation of watching something slightly out of bounds unfold without any safety net gives the whole segment the live television energy that even the most carefully written and meticulously rehearsed scripted bits simply cannot manufacture, no matter how much production work went into building them. Rivers keeps every line sharp without needing to make the language graphic, which is the precise skill set that kept her on Carson's couch across decades of changing broadcast standards, while other comics who tried the same general approach with less precision got quietly removed from the guest list without any announcement. Her willingness to attack her own image first is the structural foundation of every joke in the segment, since it makes everything that follows feel like self-defense rather than exhibitionism. Out of all these iconic Tonight Show moments in this video, which dirty joke do you think made Johnny Carson laugh the hardest? Which one made you laugh? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more classic funny moments.